But of course, you don't have to do any shopping at all around here. You can just sit by the long water, soak up the atmosphere, whatever age you are. What a beautiful show. But it's not just the visitors that are spanning the generations this week. Designers, it seems, are getting younger and younger too. Jack Dunkley is back with his second Hampton show garden at the tender age of 17. But he's still not the youngest exhibitor here, as a 15-year-old James Callicott has co-designed one of the smaller gardens at the show. Now, James has dyslexia, but his passion for gardening has helped him cope with the condition over the years. In fact, his green fingers have resulted in an invitation to join the National Trust Volunteer Gardeners at Hampton Manor in Buckinghamshire.
I've always had an interest in gardening. I started from very young when I would water the family strawberries, and it has just grown and it's become something I do now and really enjoy being in charge of. I love the way that I can put something there and make something that is beautiful and exciting for people to view and really get people admiring the natural world. I am dyslexic. It has affected me from being quite young. In my education, I am now taught at home, which has given me a huge chance to learn, strengthen my strengths and develop my weaknesses. Being home educated has given me the time to come and volunteer at Hampton Manor. Frank is my boss here at Hampton. He's really helped me develop my gardening and understanding of horticulture.
Have a try on the next one.
Thank you.
James is very talented and he works out very quickly how things are done very properly. I can describe once to him and actually he has taken it in very nicely and works out very well. Don't use too much water. Yeah, that's it. Let it run slowly. That's the idea of it.
Being dyslexic has really knocked my confidence. Gardening has really given me time to develop as a person and make me more confident. And it lets me relax and be in control, which I do like. I was really excited when my design got accepted for Hampton Court this year. Dad and Mum took the letter off me and read it out aloud for me. The design is quite daring. I think it really could be quite interesting. I think people will either love it or hate it. This is my design for Hampton Court. It's called An Artist's Garden. It questions whether gardening is a form of art. We have sempervivums on the easel, surrounded by painting, to really ask the question, why do artists paint flowers? Why can't they plant them? Then on the floor below, exactly where the easel stands, is a swathe of colour provided by an artist with acrylic paints, which has a replica of the garden, blurring the line and really questioning what's right and what's wrong. The whole garden is framed with a giant 2-metre tall canvas frame around the back, really proving the point that there's more work to be done. The artist and the garden is never finished. There are things that can be tweaked, things that can be changed. I'm growing some of the plants for Hampton Court at Hampton. Frank's very kindly let me have a number of pots and lots of soil and compost that the plants are growing in, and they seem to like the treatment.
And I would say they're doing very well, actually. They need a bit of water, as we have a lot of hot sunshine.
The thalictrum's coming along well.
Yeah, that's coming very nice.
I don't think the Liz Maiture's not going to flower in time. It is close.
He has certainly set himself a very high target, and I'm sure his talent will help him to get through that and to achieve what he wants to achieve. Especially for a boy of that age, it's very stunning.
I don't feel any pressure because of being so young. I think in some respects it removes the pressure, as there's not the demand for me to have all the technical details that the designers such as Andy Sturgeon know. It does add the pressure on that I'm young and I want to prove to the adults and to other garden designers that I do know what I'm talking about, despite this being so young. As long as these plants flower in time, it will be okay.
And flower they did, giving James and his co-designer Katie Crome a well-deserved silver gilt medal. Well, I'm here on the finished garden with Katie and Jamie, and it's looking great, I have to say. Really lovely garden. Now, Jamie, you couldn't actually get on site during the build, could you? That must have been a nightmare.
Yeah, the rules are that no under 16 is allowed on site during construction, so I was over at home watching Wimbledon, but also designing a garden at the same time.
So how did it actually work? I mean, how could you get involved if you were at home?
I was told about problems via the telephone, but I couldn't sort them out, so there was no point in worrying. I got pictures and video footage sent over occasionally via the interweb.
So you're sitting at home with your feet up watching Wimbledon,
Yeah.
and you're still involved with this garden.
Yeah.
But next year you'll be 16, right? So
I will
you'll be
be.
allowed on site
Yeah.
during the build-up.
Construct the garden, I can have it, you know, my little techniques can go into the garden, my trademark stuff,
Okay.
when I build it.
Yeah, but it's a wonderful garden. Katie, you've been involved in the planting a lot.
Yes.
It's beautiful. There's lots to see. It draws your eye in. Tell me a bit about the planting.
I particularly like the far corner with the bird table. You know, that little triangle over there really works for me.
Now, I've been trying to work this bit out because what came first, the garden or the painting? But I think it must be the painting because you wouldn't have time to do a painting after the garden's been put in place, right?
No, the painting was actually started on Friday night and finished late on Saturday night. And in fact, the painting on the ground wasn't finished till Sunday lunchtime. So I had very short time to plant all around it afterwards. So a
it's
bit of a
been
rush.
close right up to the wire. In fact, the painting's probably still wet, isn't it? But I think it works beautifully well together, the painting, and that's what it is. It's an artist's paradise, isn't it,
Yes.
this garden? Congratulations, you both got a silver gilt.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.